Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 1 of the journey to max out my gut health. Just got out of a cold shower. I feel like I'm on top of the world right now. Now, I've been off carnivore for 3 days now, and I've already made some pretty big mistakes. The first one is that I kind of dove headfirst back into eating sugar. I had accepted that I can eat carbs now, so I pretty much ate as many carbs as I could. On the first day back off carnivore, I ate some meat, but it was mostly sugar. I didn't eat any nuts. We smoked a pork butt, which is essentially a huge chunk of meat. I did eat plenty of that, but I had mashed potatoes, a large serving of that, mac and cheese, which I can't even process. I don't even know why I did that. And then dessert came out. We had ice cream and this cinnamon roll thing, and I had 3 servings of each. And the effect on my gut after that was awful. I had dove so far headfirst into the food, into the sweets, and it reflected in my body very badly. My gut health, initially, my stomach's been hurting. I've been showing signs of poor gut health for the past 3 days. Really bad because of this mistake that I made. My skin is suffering because of it too. But it's a good way to kick off the series because it's showing how bad things can be on the opposite side of the spectrum. Starting at rock bottom is probably the best thing that we can do. So for your journey, if you're doing something similar to me, I would recommend slowly incorporate sugar back into your diet. Maybe just do it through eating a banana on your first day, just so that your body can acclimate, because even in training, I'm getting my butt kicked. I'm eating carbs. You'd think that eating carbs, you would have more stamina and you'd work out better as a result. But because I shocked my body so hard in it, we're 5 minutes into boxing and I'm already sweat through my shirt and I look like I'm dying. What I should have done was kind of stuck on the carnivore-ish diet for the first 3-4 days or so. Maybe, have a bowl of oatmeal or something. That's what I'd recommend for you if you're on a similar journey. Now about these jars. I have had some fermentation projects, as you can see. And I'm going to explain all of them and the reasons for them. And my plan for this journey on how to get good skin health, optimize my gut, so that I can have better performance in sports and in my sport, boxing, and have better brain function too, because the brain fog did come back. I'll be talking to people and I'll just forget what I'm talking about, which is not ideal. So this first jar right here, this is a ginger bug. This is just ginger and sugar, and something in the ginger eats the sugar. And it creates this natural carbonation type of deal. And whenever you combine that with some sort of sugary drink, it creates a pleasant soda that is healthy for your gut. And my first few jars of this, I have a couple in this cabinet over here. I used a tea and it didn't have enough sugar, so that's kind of a fail. But I'm excited for using it in the future. It's said to be about 10 times as potent in the bacteria. I think it's lactobacillus. 10 times as potent as kombucha. And kombucha is a fermented drink, a fermented tea. If you don't already know about it, they sell it in Kroger for ridiculous prices, like $5. This is honey garlic. It does ferment. I don't know what bacteria it ferments. That's not the reason that I made it. I made it just because it's a natural remedy to certain immune disorders. So because my gut health is so bad, just eating 1 clove of this garlic is very good for you. Something about the honey and the garlic has healing properties. And it's been known about for since the dawn of time, I guess. Our ancestors, if they were smart about sickness, they would have some sort of honey garlic at hand. Now this is water kefir. I just ordered water kefir. Some people pronounce it like that. I just ordered some of these grains online. You can't really see them, but that little cloud at the bottom, there's a bunch of little jelly-like things in there that ferments this tea. And that is what this is. This, I just made it yesterday. It's a raspberry lemon water kefir. I take this tea and it ferments juice just like the ginger bug. So I have 2 options to make nice fruity sodas that are really exciting to drink, that's going to be supplying me with electrolytes. I have the water kefir because it gives a little bit of different microbes. It introduces different bacteria, different probiotics into your gut than the ginger bug does. So it's good to have both of them. Now this is sauerkraut made with purple cabbage. My other sauerkrauts, I started 2 of them 2 weeks ago, but I didn't really know the salt ratios. So I messed them up. They got moldy. Unfortunately, I had to throw them out. This is going to be better. I made this yesterday as well, and it's got a 2% saltwater brine. So what you have to do in order to make a proper sauerkraut is use enough salt to create this liquid that the cabbage stays under. Now that salt ratio is 2%. You want 2% of the total weight of your cabbage, and if you're adding water, 2% of that total weight as salt. And as long as you have that, anything under that liquid is going to be good. But I didn't know that before. I was using teaspoons, so I don't want botulism personally. People die from that. It's a little scary. Some sources are making it seem like that's sort of a myth. Not necessarily. It's harder to get botulism than it seems, is what a lot of sources I'm reading online are saying. Sauerkraut, I'm making it because, if you've seen my last video, 2 of those starter bacteria that you want to get into were from sauerkraut. So it seems that sauerkraut is a superfood. I bought some sauerkraut from Kroger because my other ones failed. I've done 2 tablespoons of that a day, and my dandruff is getting a lot better. I checked today and I didn't see a single speck. I used to have large flakes in my hair, and every time I ruffled my hair, it would look like Christmas. It was not good. And it's seeming like this sauerkraut, and then sipping, I made a little tea with the ginger bug, sipping that, whichever it was, my dandruff is practically cured now. Which is awesome. That's a great thing. That's showing progress. Even though my skin is pretty bad, I have acne on my chest again from eating the carbs. That's progress. I struggled with dandruff throughout carnivore, and I had no way to work towards a solution other than trying baking soda solutions on my scalp, which didn't work. And that is because dandruff is a fungal thing. It's not just from a dry scalp like some people think it is. It causes the dry scalp from some sort of a fungal bacteria infection. So, through diet, I was able to alleviate it seems that I was able to alleviate it a lot, which is very exciting. If you have dandruff, ginger bug and sauerkraut might be your best friend. Now this is a sourdough starter. I ordered one of these online too. I've done sourdough for a while. Basically, this is wild yeast, and it creates gut-healthy bread. It introduces another bacteria. I don't know the name of it. I didn't study any of it. But it's healthy for you. It's extremely tasty. I'm excited about that as well. I just feed it once a day. I have to feed this, feed this, feed this. These 2 just sit. These 2, I'm going to call them a passive fermentation, where all you have to do is open the jar sometimes to let the air out, but you don't have to add to it. These are pretty high maintenance. The bacteria can die if you don't feed them the sugar. This gets sugar from flour. And my plan for the next week or so, I'll probably have another episode 2 up in 3 days. For the next week or so, I'm going to incorporate a teaspoon or so a day, a few tablespoons of some things a day into my diet so that I can start to introduce the healthy bacteria into my gut. My acne, my theory is that it's from having really bad gut health just genetically. And if I'm able to introduce the good bacteria, then in theory, I should be able to clear up my skin extremely fast. I plan on having the clearest skin of my life in 2 months. There's no guarantee it'll be that quick, but that's what the journey's about. Now, this gut health thing isn't just about clearing up my skin so that I can eat the sweeties, whatever it is, the cake, the ice cream. It's not about that. I'm saying this about my journey, but if you're on a similar journey, I want to explain to you that it isn't about being able to be degenerate with your eating habits, eating the junk food. It isn't about that. You should want solid gut health so that you can optimize your body around the healthy food. Whenever you eat this junk food, it's going to slow you down. It's going to make you worse of an athlete. Maybe it'll give you brain fog. If you max out your gut, you're going to have to maintain that. And eating this ultra-processed sugar crap that I did over the past 2 days. Yesterday I had like 6 Thin Mints, which are these Girl Scout cookies. It totaled to about 25 grams of sugar, but I was still disappointed. Even though it wasn't the highest relapse, it could have been a couple cans of Mountain Dew or something. That would have been a lot worse. But if you eat this sugar, it's going to make your gut worse. It's going to make you perform worse. That shouldn't be your goal. Your goal shouldn't be to be mediocre. Your goal should be to be optimized. Your goal should be to be as spectacular of a person as you can, to maintain that temple that is your body so that you are the best human you can be. You have the highest level of brain function. You're as fit as possible. That's the key to longevity. Your goal should be to last to 100. Some people say, oh, when I'm old and frail, I'd want to die anyways. No, you wouldn't. Once you hit 60 years old and you understand what it's like to have a grandkid, obviously I'm not there, but I have a feeling that's going to change your mind. A very strong feeling. My goal isn't to be able to eat the sweet food. My goal is to be able to eat rice and oats and other prebiotic things that enhance your gut health and have the healthiest gut possible so that I'm actually able to look like I maintain myself, which I do. I take cold showers every day. I wash my face after every workout. There's no reason for me to be having acne right now. I don't look like I'm put together, and I kind of hate myself for it. I understand that's kind of toxic to say, but I'm trying to tell you guys the truth. This is episode 1. I'm not satisfied with the way that I appear to other people. And that's something that's very important to me. So this gut health journey will hopefully be the solution. If you like this, if you want more episodes are guaranteed to come, but a like and a comment would be so helpful for me, for the algorithm. It'd be a positive thing for me. You don't have to if you don't think it deserves it, but if you think it deserves more views than it's got, do your thing. I signed up for this buy me a coffee thing. If you want to support me, I don't necessarily need it, but if you feel called to donate, it would make my day. It'd be nice to know that I'm making money from YouTube, but that's pretty much all I got. The Bible says in the New Testament, which means it still applies, treat your body like a temple. So hopefully through the slight incorporation of all of these things, I'm able to get a solid gut health. We'll talk about prebiotics or something in the next episode. Stay tuned. See you guys.